Yeah. Roll it up. Roll it up.
Rollies.
Condor.
Yeah, there's 4 of you. Just roll a d6. Whoever gets the highest will start with that.
6.
5.
3.
Guess it's Cade.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
What'd you roll?
I
6?
also got a 6.
Okay, roll
Reroll.
off. Yep, roll off between both of you.
Let's go. Another D6, right?
Yeah, another d6. Roll a
I
1.
got a 1.
Thrice.
3? All right.
Yeah.
So yeah,
You're it.
we're gonna be starting off with Cade. Okay, so the setting is Carthage, the citadel capital city of the Death Watch, is where we will enter into. Um, this is a very Roman-esque style city. Cade, you know it all too well because you've spent most of your adolescent to adult life here, roaming through this, in some parts, mucky underground of a metropolis, leading into a large Vatican-style on the water in this nestled inside this cove that branches out into the Great North Ocean. Um, it does get cold here at times. The snow does get heavy, but it does also have a nice spring and summer season where it all melts away, and you know, we will enter into a meeting that you are currently in, a revision of your last quest out into the wildlands. You're sitting around a large circular table with the rest of the party that you were out with, and across that table is some of the higher ups in the Death Watch. You've just come back from an adventure, um, delving into a vampire's lair. Now, you left with a party of 6. You came back with a party of 2. It is you and a fellow known as Fargrim.
Mm-hmm.
The boy.
Okay.
During this journey, you have changed.
Yeah-oh.
And more ways than
Oh,
one.
you have changed.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Kate lost his flower.
Ian, before we continue, where's the
Mhm.
map of the world? Where did you put that? Because it's not in maps in Discord.
Let's see here.
The map's not in maps.
Did I put it in Beirut by mistake?
On the map.
Nope, did not put it in Beirut. I want to say I put it in a different one by mistake.
Do you have it though on your computer? You just re-put it in.
Yeah, I do. I do have it on my computer.
Just put it back in maps.
Yeah.
I was just say you didn't put it in the players party member chat, did you?
No. Let's do maps. Let's go to add. Let's go to upload file. Uh, well, it's not showing up anywhere.
That's weird.
Yes, very. Yeah, I don't know where it is.
Did you put it in like the group chat or something?
Yeah, I'm
On Messenger?
scrolling up to see. Oh, I
Yeah,
definitely put it in Messenger.
Yeah, it might be on Facebook instead. I don't know if we ever had it on. I don't remember ever looking at it on Discord.
Well, here's the
honestly.
thing. I made it on this computer, so it's in my Krita files. I just can't find it in the file.
Weird.
Yeah.
Not saved as images on the computer.
No, it's not. It's the first place I checked.
What does it look like? I don't even remember.
Looks like a giant
big-
green dragon.
If Pangea was shaped like a green dragon.
Yep.
I don't even know if I've ever seen it.
Where's your tree one, Ian?
My
Where
tree
do you-
one is in the file
see
of
it?
pictures. I have it. Yes.
It's fine. I was just trying to, give everyone a bit of context of where they are in the world when you're going through this.
Yes. Why is it not on here? Anyways, all right. I'm not looking for it anymore. Um, where was I? Um,
Cade has changed.
you're sitting across the table from some of the higher ups in the Death Watch. I have their names. Hmm. Yes, across from you sits Cal Vester and Geisha Dune, two of the Deacons of Death.
Calvester and who?
Geisha Dune.
Spelled that?
Gishadon.
And what is their title?
These are both Deacons of Death.
Deacons of.
The highest four. These are two of the four members of the highest tier you can reach.
Okay, that's pretty dope.
Fancy.
Want to be a deacon of death? All right,
No,
cool.
you don't. You don't want to do shit with the Death Watch right now.
Well, currently, right now,
Well, yeah.
I do.
I mean, in campaign.
How many years back is this for him, or is it just generally in the past?
Yeah, I was
This
gonna say, is this like a?
this is probably about 6 or 7 years before you
Currently.
meet at Relheim.
Bet.
You know that currently Cal Vester oversees Relheim.
Okay.
Cal speaks up and says, "You've come back with far less than you left, brother.
I believe that might be the understatement of the century, as it were.
Was the Covent taken care of?"
No, some got away. The majority. I'll say this: we were not prepared for what we went in to face. We were grossly outnumbered, and it seemed as though it was an ambush.
That is unfortunate. further trips will have to be made. Geisha speaks up. Do you bring back any knowledge or things of import of why this coven might be in the area?
No, I was busy being tortured and watching my comrades in arms be slaughtered.
Hmm.
My mind was elsewhere. Please forgive me. You can tell that he's really peeved right now, just in the situation in general. Not necessarily these two, but just that that's happened.
Has he like? So he has changed. Like, is there a process to changing for Dampiers?
There is, on the journey back since he has been taken over by the affliction.
Okay. And he knows this,
Sort of.
sort of.
Well, I did all my tasks on payments based. I am a contractor, not much a part of you, so my payment, please. Fargrim speaks up and asks for his payment for delving into the depths with you. Um, Cal says, "Right," and picks up a chest and starts counting out gold. Yisha again. So, what of the rest of the scouting party?
As I said, most were slaughtered in the end. It was myself and one other, and they made light of him to make me grieve.
Hmm.
And they left me this as a parting gift, and he's going to kind of pull down his veil, and you can see the horrific scar on his face now, where his jaw was basically taken out with half of his neck when they bit him.
Geisha kind of steps back for a second. Interesting. Did you have to turn with our granted infliction to escape, or is this how? Interesting.
If it wasn't for him, then I would not have escaped. He was able to drive off the remaining few that didn't stick around to have fun with me and the others. And he's gonna Kay's gonna turn to the Fargo and be like, kind of lean in closer, be like, "I owe you a life debt which could never be repaid, friend."
I just keep buying me ale, and we'll be good. Um, for those of you that don't remember or don't know, Fargrim is a small, stocky mountain dwarf from the mountain mines of Craghammer, up north. Dust in his beard, and, black jet black hair.
A ranger, right?
Mm-hmm. Um, Geisha speaks up again. Right. More to my question though. Did the coven see you change into your um lycanthropy form?
They did. I was able to change to try to during the initial attack, but as
She
I said,
turns and writes something down.
we were grossly overwhelmed. Even with that change, I was able to only check out a few before I was subdued myself.
And any lacking or tracing sense of the ones that got away?
Nothing I could think of. No, I wasn't able to brand any because, like I said, we were
Mm.
terribly
She
overwhelmed.
snaps her fingers, and from behind in the darkness, a figure comes up, and she hands the piece of paper that she just wrote down on, and at once send another. And the person takes the paper and exits the room.
I would really like recommend doing a more reconnaissance before you send anybody else in there.
That's what we just sent, my dear. Need to track down the outliers before they spread word of being hunted by, well, let's just say vampire hunters. It's the reason we imbued you with this affliction in the first place. How have you taken to your lycanthropy?
It can be overwhelming at times, especially, you know, with the moon's phases and such. I really wish that you guys had a better way to control this thing during those times, but it is my duty.
Well, we found in the past that control is all on the end user's plate. If you cannot control, then you will be hunted yourself.
That is fair.
Lovely.
In time, I'm sure I can learn to control this better.
Well, eventful week I'm sure you've had. Go about the city, take your rest. Meet back with us tomorrow. We might have some updates for you.
I would appreciate a first crack at any of these individuals you might see. There was one I specifically want for myself, if I'm able to.
Yes, we'll be in touch. Cal 912, 913, counts out 1,000, um, hands it over to Fargrim. Right, I guess I'll be back for more work if you need it. Where are we off to now, Cade?
Well, I don't know about you, but I could use a drink.
Know any good places here? I've not spent too much time in Carthage.
Well, let's go find some.
Right. And you guys exit out, and we'll pick up with somebody else. Um, and we'll be back in with you here in a bit. Grace, you are
Yes.
currently running through the woods.
Ooh.
Uh, frilly dress on, getting torn by branches. The sound of church bells in the background. Um, the sound of men in armor chasing behind you in the far distance. You have just fled your own wedding.
Fantastic.
For me own hand.
That's exactly it. That's who my character's based off of anyway. Fantastic. Um that that's great.
Yes.
Who was I wedding?
So you
Betrothed to.
were betrothed to the Duke of Nottingham, a place close to your family's castle and estates, a lesser but very wealthy family, lesser in status, but they have a monopoly on trade in the area that they're in. So this was very much a play by your parents to secure a region in the area.
Okay. Sounds about right.
Yeah. Um, you not a not an awful looker, but not the handsomest Duke. Uh,
How much was he around my age? Or you old?
Definitely older. Yes.
Awesome. Great.
Yeah.
Daddy,
About
I
about
guess.
about 25 years older.
No.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Mm-mm. That's way over.
Hmm.
Okay. Good to know.
Anything over 15 is yikes.
Their former wife had just died the year earlier
Wow.
in a routine ride through their land was set upon by raiders.
That's unfortunate.
Okay then.
I'm
Yes,
sure
and to
Grace's
keep
family had nothing to do with that.
He killed his
Ooh.
wife off.
Ooh.
and having no children to speak of,
Oh.
their family needs an heir.
Oh. That's
24/7
unfortunate.
baby machine.
So yes, you are currently
no.
running through a thick brushed forest, uh, green and white gown dress on, um, getting ripped apart by branches and bushes. You stop for a second and tear the bottom of it off so you can run a bit quicker.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna need some athletic checks to see if you break from the ranks of the armed guard that's chasing you.
Alright.
Oh shit.
This is an athletics check.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, what level are we at?
Oh yeah, that's a real good point.
I'm just gonna keep everybody's current levels. Just keep in mind that this is in the past, so you don't have your current abilities and stuff like that. But I am gonna keep your current like skill levels and stuff like that, just for the sake of brevity. You know, it's gonna
Yes.
be easier to go with.
That would be a 2 plus 3 for a Literally,
Nice.
this dress is impeding my ability to flee.
Yep. Yep.
Oh,
You go to jump over a fallen tree, a log, and as you jump, the bottom of your dress catches on one of the broken branches on it, and you snag and face plant right into the dirt. Um, the guard run up behind you, and now they're on the other side of the fallen log. Mistress, wait! We need you back. Where are you going?
I don't want to marry him. I'm running away. Obviously. What kind of question is this?
This is not how things are done. You know, that's not the way. We must take you back in.
Have you ever known me to care?
Eithman, grabber. And
Ugh.
two on the side are gonna reach in and try and grab you. You can
What are the
make it.
chances of me attempting to evade or beat them or
Yes, so we're
kick
gonna
them? I
make a
don't know.
strength. We're gonna make a strength check here. They're making a grapple check, and your strength check is gonna oppose it to see if you can
Okay.
slip free from them.
Please roll better. Ooh, a 15.
You evade one. The
Oh,
other one rolls a natural 20, and
damn
just
it!
so you slip out of the arms of one of them, and the other one dogpiles right on top of you. And is currently
Get off
grappling
of
you.
me!
I'm sorry, princess. This is me orders.
No, you're not sorry.
And grabs you and is like struggling. What do I do now, boss?
And I'm just like screaming obscenities and yelling at them the whole time. And, you know, what they don't speak Gaelic in Scotland. What do they speak? Is it Gaelic? What do they speak?
Yeah, it's like
Gaelic. It's part.
yeah, it's Gaelic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm confusing my words at this point. I'm, you know, back and forth into every language I know, just
Yeah.
yelling different things at them.
Any language you know.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much.
And
And I'm yelling for f now you said Fargrim and you confused my horse's name.
Angus.
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 Angus, thank you. I was like, Fangus? No. Fang? No.
Angus.
That's where my head went.
Your grandfather's name.
Angus.
Angus.
Angus. You are
Yeah,
correct. I'm
give
yelling
me
for Angus, trying to
give
call him.
give me an animal handling check.
Okay. We'll see. That is a 17.
Yeah, Angus does actually run up and rear up and hit one of the guards, and is now standing next to you. I will give you, with the startlement of that, that was a good roll. I will give you another strength check to see if you can break the grapple of this guard.
Natural 20 plus
Nice. Nice. Yeah, he rolled an 11. So yeah, you break free and you hop up onto Angus and you are going. You are gone. Yes. You look back and in the distance you see your father walking up through the forest. Uh, as any he's starting to talk to the guards and point your way
Mm-hmm.
as you break out into the field from the tree line.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's the way it's gonna go. Yep. Nope. I'm gonna keep booking it.
Yeah, so where are you headed to?
Well, was I getting married at my castle or their castle?
Your castle.
Okay. So if I was there, then obviously I know the woods around here, so I probably have a place I like to go hang out anyways.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see.
So
I'm gonna
there's this
head towards
place.
that place.
Yeah, there's this place that you like to go to frequently. It's a very like you have to know about it to get
Mhm.
there. It's called the Dunder Cove Brush.
Okay.
Dundercove brush. It's like a out of the way tavern. You would never know it exists because the geography of the ground around it kind of pushes paths away from this area. You have to know where you're going to get to this place. But it's a place where um, riffraff tend to hang out. Think of the din.
Ugly duckling.
Well, think of the din in uh Robin Hood.
Mm-hmm.
They're kind of hideaway place.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like a tavern under this rock formation. And this is actually where you learned the craft of barding because a lot of bards hang out here.
Okay.
And you found a teacher here a long while
Nice.
ago that has been teaching you the ways of the book of bardism or barding.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, you head off there, and you know exactly where to go, and you get into this place. You throw Angus around a tree. Um, and yeah, it's lively under here. It's a Saturday, what would be a Saturday in our times.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's actually called a Slith Otter. That's the day. Um, and it's bustling in here. Nice tavern,
Okay.
midday afternoon. And you see your teacher um, across the way having a drink at the bar and spinning a tune at the same time.
Okay. When I walk in, is there any sort of like coat hanger or something that I could like grab or steal off the back of somebody's chair to cover up this white wedding dress I'm
Yes,
wearing?
yes. If you want to steal something, real quick, slightly, I will need a sleight of hand check.
That's cool. We don't have to do that
Yeah,
because
yeah.
this giant dress may be a little out of place.
Yeah, ripped at the bottom, emerald green and white, very vibrant princess dress.
All right, that's a 10.
Yeah, so you think you're going to steal a in like a cloak or something to wear. It
Mm-hmm.
looks like you step in, you see in the place and you see this coat and you go to grab it and it's just this huge burly guy. You're just grabbing his back. You think it's a wall, but you're just grabbing his back. And he turns around and he goes, "Hey, princess, what are you doing here? You're supposed to be getting married today."
Oh, sorry. Nope.
This is someone you know. Their name is Gurley, and they're kind
Girly.
of the doorman for this establishment.
Burly girly.
Mm-hmm.
Girly, girly.
Yeah, girly. No. I decided I didn't want to do that. Didn't like him. Didn't want anything to do with that. So
Right, you've always had a mind of your own.
Unfortunately, yes, for my parents. Yeah. Yep. So I'm
Well,
just hiding here.
you know, we'll keep you safe here, and what you need, we have for you.
Thank you. Thank you. I really need to get out of this dress because it's just,
Right? He'll start to take his jacket off that you were trying to take. Here's what you might be needing it for, then, lass.
thank you, girly. Thank you. And I like try to stuff up my dress into whatever I can hide it in
Hmm.
or
Yeah,
rip off more of it, whatever.
it's this huge leather jacket that just kind of encompasses you. This
Well,
is
he's
a
big and taller too,
yeah,
isn't he?
he's a Goliath. Uh, so like
Perfect.
he's yeah. So, hmm hmm
Yeah,
Love
they.
it.
I need a big boy.
All right, so I take his jacket and I'm like trying to like blend in or at least look normal from at least the head up, Um
hmm
and so I head over to the bar. Um so you say it's a tavern. Is there also a place to stay here or no?
Yeah, there's a couple room-like coves that are cut out into the rock in the back of it. So that how the tavern is set up is like there's this long bar type section against this stone back wall, and then behind it to the right is like a giant hole in the top of the stone that lets light through, and there's some like tree roots and foliage like growing through, and like a little bit of water trickling down into this large pool behind the establishment. And then off
Mhm.
to the right, this entire thing has been carved out of stone. Then off to the right is like a stone hallway with there's a couple coves and stuff with wooden doors in the back.
Cool. I'm gonna hope slash assume I know at least the bartender or somebody that works there if I frequent here enough. So I'm gonna go up and say hi to whoever's at the bar.
Yes,
Um,
the bartender, his name is Fowler, will be played by Jordan.
All right.
Yeah.
hey,
Fowler,
hey,
you
Thor.
are you're a half elf bartender. You've been working at this establishment for about 16 years, and you know the ins and outs of this entire place.
Hey, Fowler, how's it going? Any chance I can get a drink,
Hi,
please?
Grace. It's a mighty awful. I mean, large um cloak you have on. It's not very befitting of you, I might
Nope,
say.
you're right. I'm okay with that right now.
Very
I'm totally
oddly
cool.
dressed today, Grace.
Yep, yes I am. Yep. Just felt like wearing something different. You know. Could I get a drink? A really stiff, strong drink, please.
Sure, I have
Large, very
double
large.
coming right up. Uh,
Great, thank you.
I just grab a bottle of whiskey and double it up and slide it down to her.
Great. I'm gonna take that and you know, finish it in one gulp. Which is not usual for Grace. She tends to, more of
Savor it.
Sipper.
sip
I
and savor, or kind of just have a beer, low key that has to behave in public. This is
you,
not
s-
like Grace. So
you see the bartender's eyes widen as that's that's
thanks so much,
rough of
Fuller.
a day, Grace.
Just a smidgen. It's been a very long day already, and it's not getting any better. Is there any chance there's any place for me to stay here tonight? I
Oh,
cannot currently go home at the moment.
um, let me check. Will you be performing?
Oh, today it may not be the best performance. If that's what I have to do to cover, room and board and food and drink, then so
Well,
be it. I
it'd
have
be
some tales to
easier for
spin.
me to kick someone out of the room if our performer was, needed a place to stay for the night. But let me go check just in case.
Yeah, check first.
Yeah, I'll I'll go check and see if we have any rooms available.
Yeah, you go back and there is one room that is unoccupied. You know it's the proprietor of the establishments, whose name is Robin.
Of course. Um, Grace, we do have one room. It is Robin's, so if they do come back, you might have to skedaddle, but for a night, I'm sure, they're off doing whatever they do.
Robin is female.
Yeah. Okay. She's off, doing whatever she does.
You know, that would be super great. I totally I will be out of here very early tomorrow. I
You
really just need a place
usually
to.
seem quite on edge, Grace, but today, is everything
No,
okay?
no, no, it definitely isn't. But we're gonna keep going with it.
Another drink
Um,
then?
you know what? That as much as I would love that, I also know that I kind of got to keep my head on straight right now. Um, so really, I just need to get, Angus is outside. I'd love to get him fed, and make sure he's good for the night as well. Do we have anything I can give him? Some carrots or hay or anything?
Um, sure. Girly will help you out with that.
Great, awesome. Let me go talk to him, and then I am gonna go to bed just because I am exhausted. It's not been a good day.
Um,
Um,
it's 3 p.m., Grace.
Yeah,
mhm,
you know your family has kept you up like pretty much all night, and you've been
mhm,
up all night with your wits debating this
mhm,
move today
mhm.
as well.
Then any if even if I would have gotten sleep, they had me up at the crack of dawn, trying to get me ready.
Hmm.
So
Took about
definitely
4 hours to do your hair, and yeah,
little to no sleep, if any. So exhausted at 3, totally accurate. I will sleep until tomorrow. So yeah, listen, I really didn't sleep last night. Like I said, it's been a very long day. Well, just 2 days, 3 days, whole week, very long week already. Time for me to sleep before I collapse. At this point, just
I can see
I'm
it
losing
on
it.
setting.
So I'm gonna go. Yeah, let me go get Angus squared away, and I'm gonna go fall asleep. Thank you so much, Floor. I owe you
Sure.
one.
Absolutely, anytime,
so yeah, you go and talk to Gurley, and he's takes care of Angus for you,
Mhm.
um, and you can head back to Robin's nest to sleep.
Nice. And because I know me, and I would have definitely had some sort of small coin purse hidden somewhere under me because I knew I was not going to stay there. So I definitely try to at least give anybody who helps me at least a little bit to be like, in case I have to run quickly later,
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
want to
yeah,
leave them.
yeah.
But yeah, I, kind of barricade my room, make sure I am sequestered inside. Uh, and then I definitely, if I can find a bath, I'm going to take a bath because I'm super gross now. Um, and yeah,
Yeah, there's that. So the only place to like wash in this place would be that large pool that's collected under the skylight area.
oh, fabulous.
Yeah.
All right. We'll skip that. It's fine. I'll find a river tomorrow. Um, I am going to definitely borrow one of Robin's shirt, tunic, outfit things, something.
Oh yeah,
I'm not sleeping
plenty
in
of
this
stuff.
dress. It's
Her
disgusting.
her stuff is almost, almost your size.
Great.
Yeah.
I love it, and I will just have to apologize slash thank her slash pay her for it later. But obviously, I'm not sleeping in the
It's
dress or the cloak.
it's actually the current Gar that you left and went to meet everyone in. So
Sure. Fabulous. So how far back in the past is this for me?
this is about 3 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. 3 years ago for me. Cool. Okay. That makes sense. Okay, cool. So yeah, I'm gonna put that on. I'm going to sleep because yeah, I'm exhausted. Don't even care about food. Just going to sleep. Try to
Yeah.
settle the mind. And I pretty much pass out because I haven't slept in like 3 days.
Yeah. Yep. A lot on the brain. A lot on the
Mm-hmm.
brain.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I like it.
All right. Next, I was gonna go to
We're gonna wait a second.
Tor.
Tor's coming.
I'm here.
Okay.
Just wait a
I'm
second.
Okay.
still here. I was just doing dishes
Okay.
real quick. Put my shit away. All right, I'm here.
Okay. Um, this is interesting.
You think?
You are just waking up on a slab of cold stone. an aching shoulder and back. Your face feels like it's on fire. You come to
Oh, God.
light. A dark candlelit room with a small gray-haired humanoid tinkering with things on the shelf next to you.
Can I
You
see through my right eye?
you can.
Or
It
oh,
is very greenish, blurred vision that kind of starts to correct itself into colored.
so I start to wave my hand in front of my face, and
And you notice your hand is made of metal.
uh, I'm just gonna sit up really quickly, kind of like breathing heavily, like looking at my wings and
You see
stuff.
the humanoid turn around. Calm down, dear. Calm down. It's gonna take some time, man. But I did the best I could with you.
What do you mean? Where am I? Who are you?
Uh, did you tell me his name?
Cyprus.
Yeah, Cypress. I knew it. Totally forgot. Cypress. Now you would have died if it wasn't for me, but the dragon almost got you.
And he probably just sees me hold my head as flashes of the memory just kind of sear into my brain, but I'm still trying not to like process it.
Hmm.
Dragon? Uh, I can't. What do you mean, dragon? What dragon?
You know, a big, black-skinned, scaly creature.
I know what dragons are, but what did I'm not that I'm pretty fucked up, but I'm not that
Right,
fucked
yeah,
up.
man, sorry. You've had half of your face ripped off. Your entire shoulder and back were gone. Um, I had to replace them with some of this old tech that I've devised into a living capabilities. Um, it will function as if it were your own, and maybe potentially in the future become even more. But because of me, you're alive, and that is the point.
So I've never seen anything like this before. How? I mean, you imbued it with magic?
Well, here and there, I took a bit of the own draconic magic that lies dormant within your soul to kind of spark the light of the imbuements that I put on it. You are quite powerful. Did you know that?
I'm just a kid, man. I don't know what's going on.
I see great things in your future.
What, what are you, a clairvoyant too? Are you a
I mean, I've dealt with many creatures in my day, mainly little womp rats and bats and stuff like that. But I thought I'd give it a try on a dying friend of a friend.
friend of a friend? Wait, why? Before we get to that, why save me? And if it is for a friend of a friend, who? Because I have no idea. None of this is making sense to me.
You were left at my doorstep with a note, and it said, "Do what you can."
Uh, oh, so I was just dropped at a door. I
It was
maybe I
signed
should.
by someone, but they said to remain anonymous to you.
Why? Why didn't they just let me die? Who-
Would you have preferred that?
I mean, at this point, I've been told my entire life that I'm useless and that I'll be nothing, and then
Nonsense.
this
I see
happens.
great potential in you.
Well, now that I'm half metal, I
That's what it's
guess.
called.
Thanks. I'm not the smartest, okay? But how do I become like you? And how do I maintain this? How do I
I'll give you some tools for the upkeep, but I will say if I let you out amongst the town now, I will have to leave.
uh, so do I just live here like some sort of basement monster
I
for
wouldn't
you?
confine you. I would just say be wary of letting people know who created you this way.
If I had
Just a
known
little
that,
bit.
if I had known that, I wouldn't have told the guy at the ball. Can I retcon that now knowing that?
Well, no.
You
Okay,
were
fuck.
drinking,
Yeah, that's fair. Ah, shit. Okay.
And
might
it's
be
been a
something.
while.
Is it dark magic? Like am I gonna have a target on my back for looking like this?
That's a story for another time. I wouldn't say a target on your back so much as one on mine, being the one that knows how to mess with this stuff. You're just create the byproduct. So
But you are gonna teach me, right? Like how to
sure,
fix and
yeah,
maintain
totally,
this,
100%.
bruh. I appreciate the sarcasm, but like, are you gonna leave town as soon as I leave?
Not if I have to.
So you're gonna try to stay, but fuck. Who's gonna come after you? What's so special? Like,
There's something happened a very long time ago, way before your time, where this tech was eradicated, and a very few number of people know how to actually use it to do good. It was mainly created to create things of manipulation and torment. But uh, since then, it's been a lost art, if you will.
s- these aren't gonna go like possess me or anything,
No, you
right?
have complete control.
Oh, okay. I'm just like playing around with it, like, and try flapping the wings, but it's kind of like not really calibrated
Yeah, you
properly.
flap and you kind of like hit one of those like stands that he has. He's like, "Whoa, whoa, hold on," and he goes and straightens his shelf and catches a falling bottle that. Whew, that didn't break.
Sorry. You said they were used for evil. Why would you give me this power,
Well,
knowing what I am?
not
If you
evil. I
do.
didn't say evil because what is evil and what is good? You know, one evil to someone is good to another. So I don't really think in those terms. It's more about what they were purposed for.
But like, what if I go out in the world and use this stuff for manipulation and torment,
Well,
like you
hey,
said?
that's on you. Like that's your brain using this. This is not going to use you.
Ah, fair enough. Fair enough. But still putting this technology in the hands of me, I how am I supposed to explain this to people?
Well, I mean, you can say it's armor.
Fair. Has so do I have like a permanent film on my right eye that is just like green,
No,
or
it started green when you woke up and kind of like
and it came to?
faded into color. Yeah.
Okay, that's right. I remember you saying that. Hmm. I guess this is very interesting armor. Does it come off? Like, can I take these
I
pieces
I
off?
I, I, I wouldn't try. Uh, You can. You just got to be skilled enough to put it back on.
Yeah, one armed, one handed. I don't think I could do that very well. Do I need to pay you for saving my life?
Nope. No need necessary. This was a favor for an old friend.
I was gonna say I'm dead broke. So
Well, I wouldn't
I can
expect
do
any
like
less. I mean, you're a child. Do you have any bread on you? I mean, that's all I would ask for.
I
You're
can do
actually just
chores for
broke.
you. Yeah,
You
I got
could. You could do some
broke.
chores around here if you feel the need to.
I mean, I don't really have any more family, so
Right.
I could just do whatever and try to keep your secret and maybe even protect you. I don't know what I can do, but I mean, you know, I can do something maybe
Hmm.
to at least pay my life debt.
Um, give me a perception check.
That's a 19.
Yeah, you see crumpled up on the table behind them what looks like probably the note that was left on your dying corpse. It's got a little blood covered on it. And you see a name signed at the bottom. And it says Gorawind.
Borrowin. Let me put that in my notes. How is that spelled?
Just like your name, but Gore at the beginning of it.
Okay. Huh. Um, who's Gorwind?
You know, Gorewind is your uncle.
Oh, I know that. Okay.
Yes.
Um, you know my uncle?
That would be the friend. Yes.
Why would he bring me here? Uh, I- why is he still around? Is he like in the city still?
Can't tell you that.
Oh, okay. Is do I have I had like extended contact with this uncle, or is he kind of like a myth, the man, the myth, the legend kind of thing?
Yes, that.
Okay. Out of nowhere, I've never even met this guy, and he decides to save my life. What? You know something that I don't know.
I'm sworn to secrecy, man. So you probably shouldn't have even seen that. And he goes over and grabs the letter and kind of crumples it up and eats it.
Eats it.
Hmm.
I just look at him like, uh, I mean, it's my family, but okay, cool. Um, yeah, I don't know what to do with myself now. So, if you want to, you know, tell me some stuff to do, I will help. I would love to learn what the fuck it is you do, but it seems dangerous, but,
Oh, quite. But yeah, I mean, I'll spend some time with you going over how, your new ligaments work. I mean, it's the best thing I can give you, is a new arm and then show you how to use it. So,
that's fair. So, am I able to stay with this guy and like try to glean
so,
more information in the
so
night?
yes, you stay with him for about 3 days, and then you come back one day, and the place looks like it's been ransacked, and he's gone.
Fuck. Well, I'll probably at that point keep the place and like tidy up, go through anything that he left and
Hmm.
just try to, you know, put
Yeah,
clues together about
there's
where
a
he
bunch of
might have gone.
drawings about, that show like how all your stuff is put together and how it works and the magic You can't really read it, what it's imbued with. I mean, it's magic scribbles. You don't really know what it says, but you get the sense that you find like scratch paper and notebooks, you know, describing how you were put together and saved from the brink of death.
Okay, can I investigate for blood or signs of struggle?
Yes. Yeah. Give me an investigation check.
That's a nat 20 for 22.
Yeah. So yes, you do find under some papers a severed hand. Um, it looks like it's been cut and cauterized at the same time. And then you follow up the wall, and it's like a burn mark squiggled through the wall across the wall, like the stone has been uh, vaporized in a line.
Do I recognize it as his hand?
Yes.
Oh, fuck. I'm gonna take the hand and like put it in a jar and try to preserve it in a way, like,
Mm-hmm.
and just keep it on my person and hope to maybe one day use the magic to maybe like use his blood to find where he is or something. But in my tiny brain, I don't really know what the fuck is going on, so I just
Right.
keep it and then live at that place as long as I can. Hey, back up, back up.
Yeah. Um, yeah, and that scorch mark across the wall, you've never seen anything like that before.
Lightsaber type scorch, right? Kind of.
Out of game, more like laser.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I probably smell the burning flesh too. Ew,
It's been a couple
gross.
hours. Yeah.
Um, do I recognize any place names in his notes? Any of the notes he left?
Yes, uh one of his things describes a large tree city um that he can't really remember the name of. It's a couple different names with question marks next to it, and um detailed notes about having to go back to this place.
Of like how to get back there.
Yeah, how to go there, and specifically things saying that he needs to go back there.
Okay. Well, I mean, would I have known this when we get to the Tree City in the
Well,
campaign?
you went there for a specific reason, if you remember.
To hunt the Black Dragon
Hunt the Black Dragon.
in the plane or
Hmm.
the rift.
Hmm.
Okay. Cool. And oh god, knowing that though and having forgotten everything. Fuck. Okay. Makes sense. The Alhoons and all that shit.
Hmm.
And no other place names that I recognize.
Not really, no.
Okay. Yep, so I'll just collect all his notes and things he left behind and keep them on my person at all times, as well as the hand, and just like tidy the place up and hope maybe he returns one day. And in time, I just get tired of waiting, and when I get to be like 18 or 19, start training as a barbarian.
Yeah, you find um eventually you'll find a herd to become a part of.
Okay.
And we'll stop there for a bit, and then we'll jump over to Elandor. Elandor, you are currently sitting in a round room with dirt covering the floor. sitting Indian style meditating. Um, Across from you is another figure that you can sense sitting in the same way, Indian style meditating. And then a gong rings. Gong. Give me a um, initiative roll.
Okay.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
15.
Yes, you have first attack. Um, we're going to use just unarmored attacks for this.
Unarmed
So,
strikes.
I mean, unarmed strikes for this. Yes.
Okay. That's what
Um,
that's
yeah.
what I
So
always use.
it is your turn. Is your turn first.
Okay.
Across from you is one of the grandmasters of the monastery.
Okay. 13 to hit.
13 misses.
All right. I did. Will I get like my full
Yeah,
attacks and stuff?
you can use your key.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, 19 to hit.
19 hits.
All right. Um. Sorry. I don't have these things anymore, so I gotta use the right dice to hit.
Mm-hmm.
12 points of damage.
Yes.
Flurry of blows. 2 more hits. Oh, natural 19
Yep, that
and
hits.
a 17.
17 hits as well.
All right. 22 points of damage.
Nice. You see the hits, and as you hit him, um, you're definitely hitting him, but he kind of shrugs them off. It feels like your punches are hitting a brick wall.
Hmm.
Um, a 15, a 17, and a 20.
Yeah, those all hit.
Okay, so
So
after
I'm
Damn.
taking all my I have items now that I
yeah,
wouldn't have then, so I
yes,
took all them off.
take them off. Yeah, yeah. He kind of Grandmaster. He kind of settles his feet, and he goes for a punch. Um, but he fades it and spins around and catches you across the jaw with a
Oh.
back heel.
Oh.
Uh, and then as you go to hit the ground, he lifts you back up with his other foot, punches you in the solar plex twice. You stumble back for 27 points of damage.
Oh.
Jesus.
All right. My turn.
Yes, is your go.
All right. I'm going to attack, and flurry of blows again. There's a 2 natural 18s to hit.
Mm-hmm.
21 to hit and a 20 to hit.
Nice. Yeah. Go ahead. Give me that damage.
$38 points of damage.
Nice. So how do you inflict these 4 hits?
Um, after getting hit square on, I'll stumble back, and then I'll try to do the same thing. Go in for a low kick, and when I swoop in sideways, just quick pop pop right to the face with the hand.
Mhm.
And then spin around backhand and another spin the opposite direction with a high kick.
Nice. His face goes down. He stands back up. All right, good. Rubs his rubs his mouth. Kind of squares up. 18 and 28, 2 18s and 23.
Yep.
Um, he uh he comes to bull rush you like he's gonna uh grab you, but right before he flips down, somersaults on the ground, kicks himself up, and comes up with a elbow straight under your jaw. As you're flying through the air, he grabs your foot and then pulls you back down to a knee. And while you're in the knee, he uh, he lifts you over his head and then suplexes you. So
Damn.
now you're both on the ground. 28 points of damage.
All right. I will do the little swirl, like swirl my feet around to stand back up, sort of thing, and then try to, as I swirl around to stand up, and then do a front flip to land on him with the leg.
Mm. Nice.
Um, 15 to hit.
15 misses.
All right, I miss with the leg.
Yeah, he kind of rolls out of the way.
All right, then when he rolls, I'll do like a kick on the ground, like just a side kick on the ground towards him. 19 to hit.
19 hits.
All right, that is a measly 6 points of damage.
All right.
um, then I'll scramble up to my feet again as he scrambles up to his. And then I'll just go for 2 quick punches.
Mhm.
One misses, one is a natural 19.
Yeah, so he blocks the first one.
Yeah, blocks the first one, and then I come in with a quick second one. For 7 points of damage.
Nice. Uh, he kind of steps forward and goes, "Come on, man, you can do better than that." Uh, and you see he kind of throws his fist to the ground and jumps in the air, and his feet light on fire. And as his feet light up, he does like a whirlwind of 3 kicks on you.
Shit. Anything above a 15 will hit. 15 and above.
Ooh, just 2 hits.
Okay.
For 19 points of damage.
All right, I'd go down. Uh, with my health, what it used to be, I'd go down at that point.
Um, he kind of lands as he's whirlwinding in this fire, lands on top of you. Looks down and kind of slaps you back awake. Um,
Get up.
notices you don't move, and then he does this, and two guys with potions come over and dump them in your mouth. And then he grabs your forearm and lifts you up as you come to.
Oh, what the fuck was that fire?
Something you might learn a bit. We'll be teaching you that next.
It just appeared out of nowhere on your feet? You saying I'll be able to do something like that?
Right, it takes manifestations of your own will to create. We'll show you the way, and you'll be able to do something of that likeness in the future. Your training is coming along quite good.
Well,
Getting
I feel like I
shit out.
didn't even touch you. What you? I mean, I got a few good licks in, but you knocked my ass out.
That's all part of the job. I've been doing this a lot longer than you.
I mean, true, true. How do I compare to the others, though? You know, am I, you know,
You look over to the side of the sparring pit and you see about six other um, recruits, bloodied and bruised and battered, laying up on the wall. Well, as you know, I took care of them first before you.
I know, I wanted your opinion, you know, like, was it hard? Yeah, it felt like a very short amount of time for me, but, you know, watching the others, you know, I can't really judge the time when I'm fighting.
I'd say you lasted about 12 seconds longer than the rest.
Okay, she's, oh, shit. Yeah, got learning to do, you know,
As we all do, and as Io teaches.
as IO teaches.
And he sends you off to go get healed with the other recruits. Um, you know that you're the last to fight today. He fought everybody else in the same session right before you.
God damn.
He's doing
Endurance is
just fine,
high
and
as
he's
fuck.
older than everybody.
Shit.
If we ever go to the
So yeah,
monastery, I'm
um,
not fucking.
you three are now monks that have just fought in combat against the Grandmaster in Elandor's monastery. You are bloodied and battered and beat up against the stone wall of this sand fighting pit, um, talking to each other about how you can improve and healing your wounds as Elandor walks over to you.
Also, I don't know if Ian would remember this, but uh, we would all be in the underwater city at this point in time, spending our 12 years there.
Yeah,
Okay.
but you're not
Just
currently
training.
in water.
No, 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 no. The city underwater,
Yeah,
it's full of air. You know, it's not
yeah, yeah, yeah,
underwater.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Are we all sea elves? Are we all?
Yes,
Okay, sea
you're all
elves.
sea elves.
Okay.
Oh my
Damn, man,
God.
how did he keep How did he keep going? How did he go that whole time? Did any of us get a hit on him?
I got a few. You
Yeah, but
know,
did it do anything?
it felt like I was just punching a wall.
I mean, he hits me a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you're telling me.
Oh, that one's loose. Yes. Oh,
I think I broke some ribs.
oh, hey, there's another one.
Pull the tooth out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see him
Yet.
over in the middle of the ring. He's holding his hands out, and someone is unwrapping his hands that had his wraps on him. He's just holding them out.
What in the
Why don't we
hell?
get those? Can
I
we wrap
can't
our
wait.
hands?
I can't wait until we get to that level.
Mine
I don't
hurts
care
so
about
bad.
the hand wraps. I care about the fucking fire feet. Are you kidding
Yeah,
me?
did you guys see that? I didn't see him use it on any of you.
I
Not on
don't
me.
I'm glad he
know.
didn't. I
I'm
would
okay with.
probably be dead.
I'm okay
He
I'm-
with
took
that
me out
too.
pretty
Yes.
quick as it was.
Yes.
He didn't really need to try that hard.
I'm surprised I
You're-
still have eyebrows. Do I still have eyebrows?
The little singe. Little singe.
Please tell me they've been singed
Yeah, a
off.
little
Yeah.
bit. Yeah.
A little singe.
Well,
You're
thi-
definitely the strongest of us all. if he had to use that on you, unless he was getting
Yeah.
tired.
Or
Oh,
maybe I was the
maybe he
last
was.
one. He wanted to show us all something, you know.
That's true. It could go either way. It really didn't take him long for me. I definitely did not. I didn't do too well.
My
I
knuckles are broken, possibly. Remind me why I took unarmed, and I am a monk. I don't know why I'm here. I feel so weak compared to you and him.
right?
The fuck? How long has
Yeah,
he been studying
I was
for?
gonna say. Anybody know how old he is? How old is he? Do we even know?
Yeah, you know he's like 700 to 800 years old, so not too old.
Oh, slight advantage.
Yeah.
Slight. You know,
We're all
just
in like our 60s to
Apprenticeship.
70s right now.
we are
Babies.
children.
We are just babies.
Mhm.
Children at best, babies.
Is that
Mhm.
considered like teenager for elves?
Oh yeah.
Or
Like,
adolescent.
like,
It's
yeah,
adolescent
yeah.
to
Like
teenager.
elementary
Yeah.
school.
We're
Just hitting puberty.
we just got out of diapers.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that's accurate. I feel like 100 is like you're coming into adult age.
Hmm.
He's
Oh
just
my
beating the
god.
shit out of children.
Teaching children, yeah.
Should we say something to someone? I feel like it was not fair.
Oh,
I
boo.
I
I
think
mean,
that
He
was
was
the
probably
point.
holding back.
we all
I'm
got beat up. It's not like any of us made out that great. I
I'm
mean, he
sure he
lost
was
some
holding back.
eyebrows.
You see one of the monastery members carrying over a bunch of clean clothes for you guys to change in, different gar. Um, comes and hands you each a piece of clothing to put on.
I don't want to touch it. I don't want to get blood on it.
Like change into this after today's fights. We start the real training.
What?
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 Retraining?
Wait,
This
wait.
on and follow me.
Oh,
Yeah, you
I
say
just
real
wanted to go to
training?
sleep.
What
I
what have
really,
we been doing all this time if not real training?
As he
I
turns
don't
and walks
know.
away, he says, "The battered and beaten soul must be renowned before the body can mend itself."
Oh, my soul is definitely beaten.
You say soul, my face hurts more than
It's,
anything.
I
I mean, define renowned.
yeah. Are you still walking, Alondor? My feet just hurt looking at you.
listen, they gave me some nice, medicine. I think it's sort of sustaining me at this moment. I
Oh,
may
that's
look
good.
a little battered, but uh, they got the good medicine here.
I'm struggling. I don't know about you
Are
guys.
they
I'm
doing like
struggling.
the opposite of the whole don't kick an opponent while they're down kind of thing? And they're just going full ham and kicking you while you're
So
down?
Mhm.
he's
That's the
walking,
whole.
as he's walking away, this other monk kind of waves his hand. Come on! The other recruits that are there with you guys are putting the gar on and they start to get up and hobble, follow him.
Okay. Gonna start
I'm
changing.
coming.
Yep,
I'm
change and
coming.
start walking that way.
I'm
Changing
literally
while we
waddling
walk.
very slowly as I hold my back. Uh,
I feel old.
Oh,
I
my
feel
So
so old.
my balls. Uh,
Your balls.
Like you had any in the first place.
Yeah, I was
I,
gonna say the same thing.
Oh, don't make me laugh. Don't
not
make me
any,
laugh. It hurts.
not anymore.
Oh, my ribs.
Like
Oh,
one's way
Yeah,
over
definitely
there.
broken.
don't make me laugh.
so
Ugh.
he leads you through the undercity monastery, um, through to this. It almost looks like a glass dome area that peers out into the ocean below. But it's there's no glass. It is just a dome of water that you can touch, and it's water. Um,
Nice.
you walk in, and the sun you can see thousands of feet above where the surface is. The sun peeking through the water at this time, just lighting up the entire area. Um, in this chamber is a circle of 12 dragons statues lining the inside of the dome of water.
Oh, what can we see
Ever
what
been in here before?
dragons they are?
Yeah, these are 12 of the dragon gods.
Lovely.
Have we been in here before?
You've never been in here before.
Okay.
Something
Wow,
new
this place
today,
is
guys.
cool. This is cool.
We need to like pray.
Please take a place in front of one of the statues.
I go
Just
right. I just
Okay.
yeah. I take a place in front of one of them. I don't
Mhm.
know which one's which.
Same.
are there
Yep.
distinctions between them?
They
Like,
all
can you
look
see
different, and they
symbols?
all have nameplates on the bottom of them.
We would. So we've been studying for a little bit.
Yeah.
Would we know which dragon would be, you know, one sort of stuff, because we've been studying these guys,
Yeah, you would.
So
Mhm.
ladies.
I'm going to the one that I identify with most, whoever my character thinks that.
Yeah.
Asgarath, Astilabor, Bahamut, Garrix, Halal, Kareska. Is that the? Are these the ones? The 12?
Yeah. You're saying the right names.
Kayutha, Lendis, Null, Sardior, Tamara, Task, Tiamat, and Zorkan. That's a lot. I'm gonna go to Null.
Um, just put me in front of one. I don't really know the difference, honestly.
You, I would say, go to Zorkan or Tamara.
I'll go to Zorken.
Yeah, you notice that. Yeah, they're all of those are there. Um,
But Null is not.
no, yeah, Noel is not there, and Tiamat is not there.
That's fair. That's fair.
Is Io there?
Io is not there either.
Okay.
Right there, I'll
Um.
go.
I just go sit in front of one.
I'll do Hall.
Hmm. Yeah, so you all pick a statue to go stand in front of, and the the monk that led you into this room stands in the center of it. Everyone take a seat.
Okay.
Down.
I sit down very slowly.
Cross up. Crisscross applesauce.
Crisscross.
Yeah.
Cross applesauce.
It is time for your ascension.
Where are we going?
Turn
Above
and
water.
face your statue.
Oh, okay. Anybody else starting to freak out?
Slightly.
And
Actually,
as
a lot.
you listen to the bells, go into that trance that we've all been practicing.
Staring into the dragon's
And
eyes.
you will know when it is done.
Okay.
Have faith in Io.
I, Alandor, have faith in Io. So, bells start to slowly play a nice low hum, and then a bell, that crystal bell is in the middle, starting to be played, and you all go into a deep, deep trance where your mind is folded and you see a splattering of celestial stars and gaseous galaxies in front of you. And then those galaxies form into the shape of a dragon. This is Io.
You get to talk to Io in this shit? Whoa.
Okay, I'm definitely freaking out now.
Are we
Freaking out.
tripping? I've never done a drug, but this seems like what a drug is like.
In a sense of almost all presentness, you hear in your mind as you see the mouth of these galaxies open. Young and faithful followers, take you where your mind desires. And a flash comes between your eyes. We're going to start with Alondor. Uh, Alondor, which dragon did you sit in front of?
If there's one that more aligns with fire, that would be the one.
Um, you would probably sit in front of Asgrath.
Asgrath? Okay.
Yeah,
Asgrath.
yeah. It's a direct
Primordial.
descendant of Io.
Okay.
Um, yeah. So roll a d20 for me.
Okay.
And tell me just what the number is on it.
Using the stack up D20. It's red metal.
Do it.
10.
10. All right. Um, a flash comes before your eyes, and then you start to zoom towards one of these galaxies within this large dragon figure. You zoom and zoom, and you land on a planet. The planet is created of nothing but rock and iron, and you land on a pedestal. Below you is molten river of fire, and then across the way you see a large dragon crawling from the depths of the earth as it spits molten lava from its mouth into the air.
Holy fuck. Pretty
You
reminiscent
hear
of when Grace opened a fire pit underneath me, and that's what I fell into.
very
I
different,
opened
very
a
different.
fire pit.
Very, it's
Oh,
actually very different.
very
Yeah,
different? Okay, gotcha,
yeah,
gotcha, gotcha.
yeah, yeah. You hear in the back of your mind, now tame the beast.
Fuck do you mean tame?
The
Yes,
fuck?
that's what he says. This giant dragon is crawling from the center of a volcano, spewing lava out of its jaws. And it turns and it looks at you and it starts to move the earth around it to come towards you. What do you do?
I jump from the pedestal with a downward aiming kick.
Okay, yeah, give me an attack roll.
14 plus 9.
Um,
23.
yeah, yeah. So that that does hit, and you land on the snout of this dragon, but it does not move. You kind of just stop right on it.
Um, and as soon as I land on it, I just let out this guttural yell.
Yeah, as you yell, the dragon kind of flicks up. It's moving very slowly because it is large. You are like an ant on the nose of a dog.
Shit.
It kind of flicks up, and as you yell, its mouth opens, and you see down below this ember of white and starting to turn red, and you feel the heat of the inside of this dragon's mouth. And as you yell, it spews lava upwards.
No, thank you.
About to get burned, baby.
Um, I think Alondor would embrace the lava.
All right. So give me a d20 roll.
Just straight roll. 15.
15. You you kind of take ease in this moment, and you feel like your fate is sealed. This is about to happen. You are being engulfed in this fiery, burning lava, but you feel nothing. You feel it passing across your skin, and as it passes across your skin, it leaves markings twisted around your arm. And those markings carve themselves into your skin and down your back, and you feel a sense of power. Like letting go is almost the key. Letting the dragon take you over.
As it engulfs me, I just close my eyes as this is burning into my arm. I say, just trust in Io.
Yeah. And as it does, the toothy maw closes over you, and the light disappears, and you are back in an underwater chamber staring at a statue. You look down at your arms and you see what was still burned into them is still there.
I look over to see if any of my companions let go as well.
Yeah, you see the rest of everyone around the room kind of shuddering and still sitting in their seated positions. Next, we're gonna move to Cade. Well, in this instance, is not Cade. Um,
A
um,
recruit.
a recruit. Um,
Let's go.
which dragon did you sit in front of?
Dorcan. Cagney, you're muted. There you go.
Yeah, Dorcan.
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 Sounds like a medication.
It do. Really does. Side effects of Vorcan may include dragons.
Honestly, if you wanted fire, you should have done Garrix. God of fire, destruction, and renewal.
Yeah. Okay, so you same thing. White flashes over your eyes. You go towards one of these galaxies inside of Io, and you land on this planet, staring at on the outside of a magnificent looking castle. This castle is made of the most pristine ivory and marble and gold.
Ooh.
It is a
Ooh.
large, massive castle. Large moat around it as well. And up, slinking out of the moat, you see a dragon head. It kind of, the moat turns from water around the castle as this dragon slinks out of it and becomes a human in front of you. The most perfect looking elf, or not human, yeah, humanoid. The most perfect looking elf you have ever seen in your entire life. Perfect skin, flawless hair. And they say to you, Would you come with me, please?
Uh, I don't know my character's name, but he's going to look around and be like, uh, of course, I'll follow you anywhere. Gonna reach my hand out.
Hmm. Yeah. They grab your hand and start to walk you into the castle. Looking down into the moat from which this dragon just came, you see the moat is filled with chaos and war, different factions all fighting each other at the same time.
Mhm.
Um, she turns to you and says, "What do you believe in war? Or what do you think of war?"
I think war in war the strong prevail and the weak go down.
A very linear mindset. You must have apathy for both sides. Whether you win, you are still losing, and whether you lose, you may still win.
See,
And she throws you into the pit of chaos. Give me a d20 roll.
Shit. Oh shit.
15.
15. You land upright. A charging horse comes running by you with a spear. After falling thousands and thousands of feet, what it feels like to another surface of another planet. A horse comes running by you with a spearman on it, and it just misses you. And next to you, a battle axe comes and lands of a giant orc that has just tried to chop the head off of this horse. You are in the midst of a battle. What do you do?
um, take a stance, and then is there a way out?
You see what appears to be a vantage point at the top of this hill being backlit by a light and a large figure dressed in gold standing on top of it.
I'm gonna make my way to that and try to take the top.
Okay, give me a d20 roll.
It's 9.
9. Yeah. You start to walk, but it feels like the more you progress, the no distance is made to cover the ground.
Hmm. Then, how far am I from the top of this thing?
About 100 yards.
Oh, um, I will try to take one of the horses.
All right. All along the side of you, it's a raging battle. Men and women stabbing and cutting. You're in the pits of a mayhem. Um, if you would like to try and grab a horse, you can.
Okay, I'll try.
Yeah, give me another d20 roll.
13?
Yeah, you do grab a horse, and as you leap up onto it, you feel success engaging in this, and its legs get chopped out from under it.
Poor
The
horsey.
horse falls down. One of your legs is pinned under it. You feel yourself being consumed by battle right now.
Hmm. I'm gonna keep fighting as long as I can.
Yeah, so
Wait,
you
no, no. I will try to free myself first of all from underneath the horse.
Okay, yeah, easy enough.
And then I'm going to kind of take in the surroundings, realize it's too much for one person. And then I will close my eyes and sit down Indian style and kind of start meditating.
Right. And as you do that, the sounds of metal hitting and war cries being shouted start to fade. And this elven figure, you feel their hand on your shoulder, and they say, "Yes, at ease you must be with the tides of war." And you open your eyes, and you're in a white, vast room of nothingness, and it is just this elf in front of you. And they say, "You will be the one to change the tides at some point." And it flashes, and you're back sitting in a room staring at a statue.
I'm gonna kind of go like this, but yep, still gone. Oh, damn it.
We'll do Grace next. But not Grace, recruit. Who did you sit in
Recruit
front of?
G.
Who the hell did I sit in front of?
I don't think you chose.
I didn't. I said whoever my character
Your
identified with. So pick one.
I would say Kareska?
Okay, we're gonna do Lindis.
Okay. Lindis.
Harsh Justice.
Oh. What is my recruit's name? Do I have one?
Yeah, I can tell it to you if you want to know it.
I'm curious.
Valeldor.
Sure. Like I'm gonna remember how to pronounce that.
Valeldor.
Sure. Recruit
Valildor.
V. Got it. Vel. We'll go with Vel.
Methinks we may have to play these in a future endeavor.
We got our next one shot.
Yeah.
Okay, so similar fashion, you're granted with this vision of Io, and then it flashes, and you're starting to go towards one of the galaxies that is encompassed in Io, and you land um, on this. Uh, it's not really a planet so much as it is a string of worlds, and you're in space looking out at them.
Okay.
And this string of worlds teeter to be vertical in front of you.
Odd. Never seen that before.
You look down at the bottom and you see what seems to be a platinum dragon with no wings at the bottom of this vertical line of planets. Just looks like holding up the bottom of them.
Okay. Interesting. Is this his punishment?
The Sisyphus.
Uh-huh.
um,
Fascinating. Wonder what he did wrong.
yes, and as you see this, the planets start to fall towards you.
I'm going to move out of the way.
You cannot move.
Oh, this is really uncomfortable.
Give it to me.
It's like they're being wielded as a weapon.
Oh, that's a very large sword. Do I have the ability to push?
You do not.
Okay.
The very end one of these worlds just encompasses you, and you're left standing in a plane of mist as it clears in front of your face. You're standing there, and in front of you is presented a sword and a needle.
I supposed to choose one?
That's what you think.
Okay. An mm, the needle.
You grab the needle, and as you touch it, a voice rings out in your head. It is upon the needle that the sword balances. For without imbalance of justice, there can be no right or wrong. Um, as this
Okay.
as this is said, the the smoke starts to swirl around you, and across from you, that same large platinum dragon
Uh-huh.
is seen.
Was I able to pick up the needle?
Yeah, you have a needle. You have a needle.
Great. Yay.
Yes.
I'm gonna sew him to death.
Well,
Poke him with needle.
out the dragon starts to speak and says, "And what do you plan on using that needle for?"
I don't really know. I just went with the opposite of what seemed most useful. I thought it was a mind game.
It is. What do you use the needle for?
Indecision is also a decision, dear.
Okay. I'm so confused. And I just start crying.
You are the weakest link.
um, you hear, "You're not ready," and your mind flashes, and you are shunted away from the statue. You are back in this dome,
Oh
room.
no.
What happened? What
Uh-oh.
happened? Where did he go? Do I still have the
Just
needle?
falling on the
No,
floor.
you don't have a needle. No.
Where did he go? I'm just rocking back and forth. Wait, how do I go back? How do I go back? Wait, I'll choose the sword this time, I promise.
All right, and
Oh,
now we'll go over to Terwin. Well, not Terwin, Recruit. And who did you sit in front of?
halal
Halal.
Halal is like the food.
or Abachel or Asteridian. There, she's known by all
No,
those
different
names.
names. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. Okay. Same thing. Vision of Io flashes, and you're heading towards one of these galaxies encompassed by Io, and you land on. It's like you go through a planet into its core, and you're suddenly in a different world within a world. The colors are very vibrant, and the air smells sweet and has dust of color floating in it. Um, the creatures here are unlike anything you've ever seen before. A lot of them are winged, little ones flying around, and big ones off in the distance, just coasting through the air. Looking in front of you, you see a very colorful, from purples, pinks, blues, greens, reds, a forest of all different kinds of color. And that forest moves and turns, and a face of a dragon forms out of it.
Ooh, that's so pretty. I love it.
Wandering to far realms and new places, you must be one to get around. Enter into the forest at your own will. And the face kind of sturdies itself up, and the teeth of this dragon become tall trees, and a path entering into the mouth of it opens.
Just gonna go like and then run in.
Yeah, you run in and it gets dark, very, very dark. And then you start to see lights pop up here and there, mushrooms and stuff like that. And then you're entered into this room, and under you, you feel your feet starting to hit something that's wet, um, liquid. This under cave type system. You look out across these rocks forming in this cave, and across the cave, it looks like a galaxy, but it's interior. It's sparkling rock throughout this entire cave system. Um, you continue through. Give me a d20 roll.
Get laid fillet. It's an 8.
8. Yeah. So you start to continue through, and you try to walk forward, but your vision is it's strange because this looks like a vast cave in front of you, but you try to step forward and you hit a wall. It's what you're looking at is only about this big right in front of you. And you turn around and you don't see an exit that you just came into from.
Do is there anything up above me
Stone.
all around?
Hmm. From what once looked like an interior cave that you can traverse into is now just a two-dimensional wall in front of you.
And like so is it like is there a wall behind me too?
Hmm.
Like all around me? Okay. I'm just gonna buckle over, put my hand against the wall, grasp my stomach, and start laughing. Just laughing and letting it echo against the walls.
Interesting. Um, yeah, give me a d20 roll.
18.
You you hear echoing back. Your laughter changes into words as it echoes around. So as you laugh, the reverberation of that laugh speaks to you, and it says, "Ah, you're one to know a trick when you see it." And as you say that, your hand falls through the wall that you're leaning onto and is now again a cave.
And it's as big as it was before.
It is.
You said there's water or like a
Yeah, you're walking
liquid?
through water. Yep,
Okay. Um, does the water get deeper as I walk in?
it does.
Okay, I'm just going to continue walking and plunging deeper into the water.
Yes, as you get to eye level and the water encases you, you find yourself falling deeper and deeper into the dark depths of the what looks like now just a galaxy with a shimmery veil that was surface above you, and now you're falling below into it.
I just like kind of like do the whole flailing thing, but like look around to see for any if I see any beings or if it's just endless space.
Mm. Um, yeah, it just looks like endless space.
I kind of just close my eyes, breathe in, and then kind of sigh out and open my eyes again and just sit there waiting for something, anything.
Mm. As you wait, some time passes, and you sink deeper and deeper, and that veil of surface fades away. And as you are sinking, you sink, and you see these trees start to pass you, and you are pulled back now and are looking at that same opening that was formed by the dragon's head.
Hello again.
The trees crack and move and form back into teeth. And it says, "Calm you are in the presence of difference." And you sink through the ground and are now sitting back in front of your statue.
Did anything happen? Or
No,
was that a rejection? A good?
you can't
Can't
tell.
tell.
Can't
Okay.
tell.
Ugh. All right.
You know that Halal is a trickster god.
Hmm. But do they want you to play into their hands, or do they want you to recognize the trick?
A trick? You don't know.
Exactly.
My guy's just gonna kind of be looking at myself like,
Yeah. So, as you're all coming back to, you see a couple of recruits are shunted away from their statues. A couple are not.
I'm
And
already sitting in the center just rocking, still crying.
right, right.
Take, I'll get the sword next time. I'll get the sword.
Yeah.
I wonder
And
what happened there.
Is she okay?
I thought that was bad with this thing, but that looks much worse.
I got some new ink.
Oh, that looks so cool.
I know.
Does it? Is it? Wait. Do that again? Okay, that's pretty cool. I didn't. I had no such thing though. Damn it. Hmm.
Do I see the guy who led us here earlier, or any of the
Yes.
masters?
So he's in the middle of the room, and as the last recruit is finished with their ascension, um, he taps on one of the bells, and it rings. Ding! And a couple other monks start to walk in the room, going towards people that have failed, like you,
Wait,
and
what happens to me now? Wait, what
and
happened?
they pick you up and usher you out.
Don't
Don't make me
wait.
leave.
What is it? That doesn't look good. They're not gonna take care of
I
them, are
I
they?
don't know what's about to happen, but she owed me you know cleaning duties for next week because I helped her in training, so
I tutored her.
That's
She owes me.
yeah. It's not. That doesn't look good.
Wait,
Hmm.
I don't want to leave.
Just screaming as you leave.
Yeah, my guy's
Uh,
just gonna be like,
yeah, and as they're ushered out, the guy in the middle, the monk in the middle says, "They need more training, so they'll be at it again
oh,
tomorrow."
Damn.
hmm.
Oh, a day more of training? That's all they need?
Um, Not this tomorrow.
Ah.
Oh,
Ah. Okay.
that sounds
But
slightly
oh, do you
ominous.
guys think it's a full reset?
I, God, I hope not. That take forever.
I mean, we do live for a long time, so.
You don't think
I
they mean in the next life, do you?
I sure I wouldn't think so. I mean,
No, they can't, right?
we are, sequestered here for 12 years, so, I'm sure it doesn't all happen in a few days.
Yeah, but imagine even if it's another 12 years, that's terrible. Oof.
How long ago was this for Alondor, did you say?
yeah, so this would have been like 2 years into your 12-year um stay here.
So at least 12 years since he met us? 10 years? How long since before he
Probably
met us?
more.
Probably
Probably
more,
Yeah.
probably like 30 years.
Okay.
I would have had to been up top in the surface to even be granted a horse to
Yeah,
leave.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
know?
true.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
true. Solid point. Okay. So yeah, it's been longer for you since.
Yeah.
Okay. Following.
Yeah. So yeah, now we're gonna jump back over to Cade.
Mm. Wait, what happens to the rest that passed? Do they just sit there, or?
I don't know yet.
You don't know?
Somebody else's turn.
But I want to know more. Dragon gods.
One shot. Future one shot. He's written it for himself.
Pretty
Side,
much, yeah.
side quest.
Yeah, side quest upon side quest.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Cade, you are sitting in a room with a couple, it's like a library, um, darkly lit, books around, and you are sitting in a room with a couple other Death Watch. Um, Fargrim is not with you.
Is this
He's
like later on, like
this
different
is later.
day? Okay. Okay.
This is like a year or two later.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Um, you think you have found uh where the vampire has gone that turned you.
Okay.
You were going over notes in your book, and someone comes and puts their hand on your shoulder.
I'm
They
gonna kind
say,
of do one of the,
"Oh, easy, my boy."
Dad.
Yep.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Wait, hold on. So okay, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. Okay. Oh,
Father, is
Jesus.
it you?
By the gods, old man, you give me a fright. So sneaky at that age. Impressive.
So, you think this is where they might have gone?
It's what the intel says. So I'm hoping I need to. I really need to close this chapter.
Oh. To not raise suspicion, I think I'll take a party out there first.
Well, I can. I'm still good to go.
My
I
boy, you're needed
don't
here.
don't pinch me, please.
You still have much to learn with keeping this under wraps and the last couple failed outings you've been on. I don't think they're gonna let you go.
Not fair. I deserve this. I need
I
to get
know.
revenge.
I will not take it.
Ugh.
I will contact you when I have found them.
All right, all right. It's just difficult, you know.
Hmm. I will leave tomorrow.
Promise me you'll be safe.
I will do my best.
Have you vetted this group you're taking?
There are a lot of fine men.
All right, all right. You have the experience. I trust you to see this through.
How old is dear old dad?
He's getting up there.
Is he a Death Watch member?
He is.
Ooh.
I mean,
Huh.
Cade's only 36 currently in the campaign.
He takes off his necklace with a pendant on it and places it around your neck.
What's what's what are you doing?
Keep this safe for me, my boy.
I mean, of course, but why why?
For if I do not return, it will be in your hands now to guide this sect.
Don't talk like that. You always come back.
I know, but if what your studies tell you, this is not just one we are dealing with. This is an entire infestation.
That's what it felt like. Just please be safe.
I will. And if they did this to you, that is why I must go first, because they will know you are coming within a certain distance.
They have that sense? Shit.
The one that made me does.
The one that made him.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
The other father, as it
Yeah.
were.
You're right.
Like other mother from
Coraline.
Coraline.
Yeah. All right.
But until then, let's go get a drink. Enough studying and bookwork for today. One
Go
last
get
night
drunk with
with
your
your old
father.
man.
All right. You're buying.
No, they're buying.
Ah, fair enough. Gonna put my arm around her shoulder and be like, let's go.
See who
Yeah,
can outdrink the other.
Question.
yeah.
Is my dad or my mom the elf?
Your mom's elf.
Okay. Go dad.
And your dad's human?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay.
Go
Means
papa.
he's old.
Was
Yeah.
she super drunk or what?
Half elves live half as long as elves, right? Or do they have elf
I think it's like
lifespans?
400 or 500 years on average.
Yeah,
Something like
something
that.
around there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's way longer than humans, but no,
Less
not as
than
long as.
elves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just reading something.
How dare you look at your notes? You should have this memorized.
Oh yeah, all this fucking lore that you've made up should be totally memorized at
Oh,
all
never
Fuck
mind.
me, who can't remember one character shit?
Around
Yeah.
200
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
2 to 250.
200.
250.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's a
on
I
average.
thought it was longer than
fraction.
that.
Yeah, I did too. Says 5e.
Yeah, I thought it was longer than that.
Yeah. That's still pretty long compared to most races.
Yeah.
Cade, what's your last name? Sorry, I can't remember off the top of my
Darcy.
head.
Darcy.
Darcy. Darcy,
D-
right.
Diossi.
DRC.
D apostrophe ARCY.
The
Yeah.
Arcy.
Yes.
The
The,
Arse.
the ass.
Yeah, exactly. The Arse.
Diarses.
The Arcy.
Yeah.
Move your fucking the Arse.
Cool. Yeah. So yeah, y'all go off to a local tavern here in Carthage, and you have a great night to yourselves. Anything you want to say to your father before he leaves tomorrow?
Um, just do your best to come back to me, old man. I haven't learned everything from you I need to yet.
I've still got a lot of teaching you. I know.
When's the last time you spoke with Mother?
A couple days.
I really should go see her. I've been ignoring her, unfortunately. I hate her to seeing me like this.
The job does take its toll.
So does this. I'm gonna kind of like put my
Keep it
fang.
under wraps.
Okay, sorry.
If they were to find out,
I know. We've talked. You've told me. Just you would think they'd be a little more understanding, considering they also did the other thing, and they do it regularly.
well, it's used to fight. It's a necessary evil.
I know. Fight
If
the
you will.
darkness with darkness.
Fight fire with fire.
You know, your father is also a were creature.
Oh. Okay.
Gray wolf.
It's not a wolf, actually.
Oh,
Where bear?
Not a bear either.
is he one of the
Where
mutants?
hyena?
Where
Know
owl?
that he is a were raven.
Oh, I was close. I said owl.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
shit.
I might not be able to fly like you do, but the other senses do kick up a notch.
All right. Always be curious of why you chose the wolf, but it does suit you.
It's the power and the enhanced senses. I'd like to be able to track things.
Yes. Makes sense.
Wolf is the best tracker out there.
Well, another route, and calls the barkeep over.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll go back over to Grace.
All right. I'm in the. Am I still in the tavern?
No, it's been about a year has gone by of
Okay. Okay.
you on the run from your family.
Okay.
Um,
Have I made contact with them at all? Because obviously, when I saw them at the ball, like it wasn't like, oh, where have you been for 3 years?
yes, yeah. You keep in regular letter writing contact with your mother.
Okay. Okay.
And your brothers, you send them little wood carved toys every now and then.
Any bears?
Yes.
Nice. Okay.
Perfect.
But you are out roaming the lands with your um bard friend, honing your craft.
Okay.
Um, you're going from tavern to tavern, playing song and uh, just living a life of freedom that you wanted from the bureaucracy of your family.
Mm-hmm. Have I acquired my coconuts yet?
You have not.
Oh, okay. When would I get them? What? So what am I
Uh,
playing now? What am I
so,
playing at the moment?
so that's
Or am
what
I
we're
just
about
dancing?
to do.
Have I started dancing?
That's what we're
Okay.
about to do. Yeah.
Okay.
Um, you are currently in this little island village, um, off the coast. Um, this large tiki hut style tavern, that you're playing in, and you and your bard companion are playing and you're dancing and you're getting a bit drunk, and day becomes night. Everyone is singing your praises in this tavern, and it is time for you to stop playing, and you walk out onto the beach under some palm trees and just fall down in the sand looking up at the stars and your friend next to you. It's been a wild couple of months, hasn't it?
Yes, it has. Blank name. I don't notice. Is it the
uh,
is it the same guy that was my teacher, or is this a different friend?
this is a different friend.
Okay.
Yeah. Fairland.
Fairland. Okay.
Hmm.
Yes, it has. Fairland. Yes, yes, it has. Thanks so much for all you've taught me and like let me tag along with you. This has been great. I've learned so much from you.
I've learned with a good looker at your side, you get more tips. So you've been a pleasure.
You're so welcome. I'm so glad I can help you get more
He's
money.
tuning his lute as he's talking, just ding 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 ding. Yeah, so where's our next stop?
I mean, I don't know. Do we just keep going the direction we're going? Like, do we go
I
back the way we
mean,
came?
we can. I've got no plans. Um,
Do we
you
find a route to like just go back and forth and play, or
yeah, I find that gets a little stale. Although you do pick up a good following, you know,
Hmm.
hey, we could.
Well, maybe it hasn't been long enough since we've been there, so it's time to like, go a little further and then make our way back.
I heard there's this, quiet place out west. Friend says he plays there often. Place called the
Yeah.
Grim Eye Inn.
The Grim Eye Inn. All
Oh
right.
shit.
All right.
OG
What
baby.
like he plays there often, so would there be room for us, or is it like there's room there, or is it
I
we kind
just
of got
said,
to schedule
we might
it?
need to stop there sometime, but
Okay.
might, it'll take us a while. It's all the way across the continent, really, so we can hit up all the spots along the way.
Sure, why not? I got nothing else to do as long as I, write a letter to somebody every once in a while so they know I'm alive. Like,
You plan on ever going back to seeing your parents?
oh, at this point, like, unless we can come to an agreement that they're not going to try to marry me off to some old dude again and, like, I can have a say in it, probably not.
Ah,
But
families then,
we'll
all
see.
right?
Boy, do I know. They can
They're
marry
like
off my brothers
royal
while I'm gone. That's fine.
families.
They're like 10 years behind, but it's fine.
They're only like 8, but it's
It's,
cool. Child brides are a thing.
it's fine. So, yeah, like, do we need to change up our act? Are we doing okay? What do you think?
I mean, I think we're good.
All right, all right. Sounds good.
Good
Um,
nuts.
and he says that, and he stands up. Um, you 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 don't hear it at first, but it's like he hears something, and he stands up real quick. He's like, "Oh shit!" Um, and you hear in the distance coming, "You little scoundrel, get back here!" And off in the distance, coming from the bar that you just came from, you see this like blonde halfling um,
Oh, no.
coming for your friend. Um,
What did you do this time?
I, I was a very nice man to a
Were
very nice
you?
lady.
Were
I'll be
you?
I'll be back, and he starts to run away. As he runs
Surprises me
away,
not at all.
he shakes a tree, and out of that tree falls a coconut, and it cracks on your head.
Ow.
But it makes a very pleasant sound.
Okay. Okay. So, oh,
Off in the
am I?
distance, your friend is fleeing a scorned woman, and you're left here by yourself, debating on what to do next.
So, like, is he coming back or like what? And so, like, I kind of shift around to like, get up and I hear them clink together again, and I'm like, oh, what is that? So I kind of pick him up and I start like, at first I kind of play them like backwards, thinking like that would
Mhm.
make a good sound of like them hitting together. And I'm like, okay, no. Then I turn around the other way. So rather than this way, they're going like this way. And I'm like, no, that's not a good way. I try like banging on them like they're drums. That
Yeah,
doesn't work either.
all fitting
Um,
because you're super drunk right now.
that's fair. That's fair. And I'm like, how did that make that noise? I tried like hitting it against the tree and I'm like, where is
Mhm.
this noise coming from? Like, how did it do that? And so then I finally like hit them together the right way. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Mhm.
Clip, 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 clip. And I'm making the noise with my mouth
Yep.
because I'm drunk.
Yep.
So I'm like, clip, clop, clip, clop, clip, clop. And I just think it's the best thing ever.
You start doing that and getting like a nice rhythm with it as the waves of the beach start going in and out. A couple crabs come out of the waves and they start clipping their clippers along with you. Clip, clip,
Clip, clop,
clip,
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 clop, clip, clop, clip, clop,
clip, clip.
clip, clop. So you just
You're
see me. I get up and start dancing along the beach like a crazy lady.
you got
My God.
a trail of crabs following you.
Is this the Little Mermaid crossover? You think Merida and
Mm.
Ariel were very far apart, but I don't know,
They both have
bro.
red hair.
That's the only thing they have in common.
Daddy, I love him. No, I don't love him.
I don't love anyone you pick for me.
Kiss the girl.
He's the girl.
So I have a trail of. They're
Yeah.
just going along with me. So I look like the princesses that the like
Yep.
the birds, and they're just
Yep.
going
Yep.
along with me.
You're a princess, so animals follow you when you sing.
It makes
That
sense.
is
Yep.
totally appropriate. And
Although
of course,
there's
Grace can't sing as it is, so
Yeah.
it
Yeah,
gets
yeah.
even worse when she's drunk.
It's just
and
the
you're
Sounds
music.
like
also
an old man.
not used to like oceanic creatures too,
Oh,
so
yeah.
they're just balling. They're like,
For
oh,
sure.
I hear music, and this girl's got friggin' coconuts, so here we go.
So I'm just
Not
dancing along the
bears.
beach. I'm just,
Yep.
you know, clip clop, clip clop, clip clop, and I'm just singing as I sing clip clop. Sounds
Yeah.
horrible, but like I got my dancing going on, so that makes it less awful. But sounds terrible.
Yeah, you dance around for a while and eventually, pass out up next to a tree on the coast, and morning comes and you still have your coconuts in your hands.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The tide of the water wakes you up by lapping at your toes.
Oh, I get here. Like, am I super sunburned because I'm red hair and white skin?
A little bit. Yep, a little
A
bit.
little bit.
You've been asleep in the sun for maybe 3 hours now.
Okay, okay.
So
Oh,
Play.
my head hurts. Like more
No
than usual.
sunscreen.
Why does my head hurt more than usual? And then I look at my the coconuts and I'm like, did I play these last night? How did I do that? Like, and I kind of sort of remember. And are there any crabs left around me?
no, you don't see any crabs.
Okay. Like, why do I remember crabs clicking their
Crab rave.
claws at me? What
It's crab rave, bro.
happened? So I'm looking around. Do I see my friend Farland at all? Like, I kind of get up and I try to go back towards the tiki hut tavern.
Yeah, you go ask around and you get the census that he has left.
He just left your ass?
He just left me.
Damn!
What an asshole. Ugh, and I
Running
thought we
from
were
that
friends.
blonde halfling.
I thought we were friends. Well, he did give me the name of the Grim Eye Inn, so maybe that's where I'll head. I got nowhere else to go and gives me some place. I don't know. That's where I'm gonna go. I'm not going home. So I get a map and figure out how to make my way there.
Yeah, it'd be a pretty long journey.
Yeah,
Um, yeah. So
I
so
got my
that's gonna
coconuts and I
that's
stick
gonna
around this tavern one more day to like accumulate some more money that because we split whatever we had. So and I gotta try out my coconuts, see how that goes. Figure that out.
yeah. So we'll go back over to Terwin.
Yeah.
Um, Terwin, you've been living in this abandoned laboratory for a few years now. I think it's probably time to go get revenge on a black dragon. You
A
assemble a
specific black
party.
dragon?
Yes.
Oh.
You assemble
Do
a
I know the
party.
name?
You have
Sorry.
in your research found a name.
What is that name?
The name is Bolgar.
so Bulgar.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Sorry, go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt.
You assemble a crew of adventurers and you set out upon your journey. Um, it's going to be long. It's going to
Arduous.
maybe be perilous for some in the end. Uh,
For some, more like all but me.
but yes, if you want uh, to do anything before you leave your home, what would you like to do?
Uh, you know what? I will. Not super good with the stealth stuff, but I'll leave a letter to my uncle telling him where I'm going. And I mean, I'm assuming I have not gotten any correspondence from him in the years I've been there, especially with Cypress's disappearance. So, just in case, I'm gonna leave a letter that basically details, like, hey, Cypress is gone. I don't know where he is, but I'm going to get revenge and maybe I'll find him along the way or afterwards. But I'm going to this place to kill Bulgar and then sign my name.
All right.
But
Yeah.
all in Draconic.
Yeah. 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 Um, so you assemble your party. Who do you assemble?
Quick question. Is Gorwin on my mom's side, the Black Abishai, or my dad, the dragon born copper side?
Dragonborn side.
Okay. So the Bahamut side?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Um,
Wait, hold on. Your uncle?
yeah, Gorwin.
Yes. Mom side.
So Black Abishai.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, yeah, so I'm gonna use the party that I had before when I played Terrawin the first time. I
Mm-hmm.
have Seraphim, a God, I gotta go back into my notes. Hold on. What was Seraphim, Cag? He was a cleric?
Cleric.
Cleric, yeah. Cleric. I had a tiefling rogue, um, a so many things. A halfling ranger named Turnip. Um, sorry, this is my old. Human blood hunter named Azilius. And oh yeah, the tiefling hunter was named Amit. And then there's one more, I think. You remember Cag at all? Cagney?
No.
Okay. So we have a tiefling rogue, a human blood hunter, and then a drow cleric.
And a halfling?
And yeah, a halfling
Halfling.
ranger.
Turnip.
Yeah, that's four.
Yeah. Which we all know how their end was met.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah. You assemble your party and you head out of town, on your long journey to this mysterious forest with a giant tree. Um, and I don't know, I don't want to give too much away, so I'm just gonna end it there. um, but yeah, that's our prequel session. So yeah, that's where we're gonna end
Give
tonight.
what away? Wait, I'm confused now.
That was good.
Confused.
You guys got a
Was
little
good.
insight on how Alondor got all his tattoos.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That shit was cool.
that was
Dude, you're the only
That
one
was
who
just-
got
that was-
shit from that.
That was just one tattoo that I got
That
from
was
that.
wait,
Yeah, just one tattoo.
and you
How many do you
have
have?
6, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you go
That's a
with
lot of
6 other
triangles.
dragons?
He does.
5. Oh my god.
Or 5 other, whatever, 5
Mhm.
other, holy shit. And then I got
That was great.
So what?
She got kicked out.
For failing. Oh, but I found out where I got my coconuts from.
Yeah.
Yeah,
My
Yeah.
friend
that's
left
quite
me.
the origin story. The blonde halfling.
Write
Dancing
down all
drunk on-
these names, because they might come up in the future.
Listen, I
I
wrote
put
down my
down-
names. You had
yeah.
too many names over there.
I put down all my pertinent names.
I wrote down my names. You guys are out of luck. I can barely remember mine.
Mhm.
Oh, did I ever find
Oh,
out the
shit.
guy's name that I was betrothed to, or just the Duke of Nottingham?
Duke of Nottingham.
Okay, that's what I thought.
That's his name. His first name
Duke
is Duke. Middle
Duke.
name is Of.
You didn't
And
bother
his last
learning
name
his
is
name.
Nottingham.
You
That's
forgot it.
fair. That's
Yeah.
fair.
You're just like, I
Right.
don't want to know you. Go fuck yourself.
It would be
Whistleton.
would-
Whistleton.
it would
You
be
kinda got
funny if
some
he was
insight
at this
on.
gala.
Oh yeah. You kind of got some insight, Terwin, of maybe what happened to your
Nicholas?
savior.
Yeah. If I'd known that, I probably wouldn't have told Space Boy, but I was drinking, so we'll say that.
Mm-hmm.
That was good.
It's also
bravo, sir.
been like 20 something years later, so 22 years.
They're also
something like that.
elves.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well, no,
that,
for you, it's been 22 years later for you.
yeah, so my memory is probably fucked up. But also, it's like my life goal to find him eventually. So hopefully I
That's
won't
fair.
forget all that.
Also, you learned who saved you from a dragon, from the dragon.
Morrowind. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know I had an uncle
Mm-hmm.
until now.
Mm-hmm.
He
was
got to talk to his
impressive,
father before he went
put together.
missing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Your old
was really
man
good.
who went out in place of you. What the fuck?
And learned where you
He-
got your affliction, the other one.
Mm-hmm.
Just so many side quests now. We
No,
have
this
a
is
one
all.
No,
shot.
This is all
it's
in your
not.
past.
This is all in our
your
past. They're not
past.
side
Yeah.
quests.
Well, for me, it's a
They-
side quest, and
they
also
can
trying
be.
to find Cade's dad is a side
Yeah.
quest. And
Yeah,
then,
well,
like,
that we already knew that. That's something
Yeah.
us as party members already knew, like,
Yeah,
because
we knew that a while
we had
ago.
already talked about his father missing, and we
Yeah.
could, potentially go up there before going to the capital or after going to the
Yeah.
capital to see
That was
the
one of
last
his
city.
missions in life. You know, he wanted to
Yeah.
find him.
But then we zip zapped around the continent, so
Mm-hmm.
and
Yep.
we could also do a one shot just with Ilondor's fucking monastery and all of us being recruits. Like,
For
that
sure.
would be
Mhm.
sick as
Yeah.
fuck.
For sure.
little seeds planted there.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's so much potential. My god.
That was a very well put together last minute
improv
prelude.
session.
Yeah. Well, I mean, not really last minute because I already knew all this stuff, and
Well,
I already had,
true.
and you guys already, fed me most of this information too. So, like, it's all about.
Putting pieces
I already,
together.
I already had it all put together.
That's
I
fair.
just, I didn't even
I
think
will-
of doing like a prelude thing until you said it, because I was just gonna do like recap of what everybody's done in the campaign so far. Great idea just to do recap of everyone's past life.
Yeah,
Like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
I will
Yeah.
say Cyprus is intended to be a Yuan T pureblood. like
Okay.
a snake man.
Right. Yeah.
person
Okay. Yeah. We can. What did I say? Human.
said
I
a
just said
Here.
humanoid.
gray-haired man.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Gray-haired humanoid. Yeah. So yeah. You want T?
it's also one of my past characters. I'm just trying to incorporate
Yeah.
him because I didn't get to play him that much, and I liked playing him as an artificer.
Yeah.
Much older now, I assume.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, definitely, and also on a different fucking planet. So somehow he got to this planet. So
Man of mysterious ways, obviously.
oh yeah, for sure, and he
Lots of
has
secrets.
experience with space people apparently. So
Hmm. I
possibly.
mean, makes sense.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, and you all went through some trials of IO.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Some of
Did
you
Mhm.
succeeded, some of you may have succeeded, some of you
yeah,
failed.
I'm confused. What the fuck did Halal want?
For sure failed.
Mm.
I need a
Well,
new
that
recruit NPC.
I need closure. I need to know what the fuck happened. Was I accepted or was I not
Maybe
kiss
you'll meet the
ass enough?
NPC later.